I've been thinking a lot lately about the introspective qualities of lucid dreaming because, in a way, everything we do in a lucid dream is an act of introspection. Since we're completely immersed in a world of mind in lucid dreams, there's no actual physical substance to it, but we're simply playing with consciousness. Along those lines, I've started to conceptualize this idea that I call being alone with yourself. Even though we are completely alone in our lucid dreams, it can very much seem like we aren't sometimes. Our subconscious mind is really, really good at making it seem like we are in the presence of other conscious beings in our lucid dreams, and indeed the unconscious parts of our mind are highly creative and great with abstraction and problem solving, on top of just generating our experience, whether that's interpreting the stimuli from the outside world while we're awake or simulating stimuli while we dream. And when you consider some of the functions we think dreams serve, like memory consolidation, for instance, it makes a lot of sense that people tend to run away with these kind of kooky parapsychological theories. Most often, it's some conception of the idea that our unconscious minds are trying to communicate with us in some sophisticated manner in dreams. And with these ideas, people tend to personify their subconscious mind as if it were a separate conscious agent. Of course, our unconscious minds are undoubtedly capable of some pretty amazing and complex things, so I think there can be a grain of truth to some of the more established psychological concepts coming into play during lucid dreams. But I don't really think it goes quite so far or occurs as often as some people claim. If you document your dreams for any length of time, you'll find that they seem to be largely meaningless combinations of imagination and memory, to put it as simply as possible. But still, on some occasions, it does seem that the way in which our brain processes information in dreams, both lucid and non, allows some of our unconscious feelings, observations, desires, and so on to come to our conscious attention, either through remembering our non-lucid dreams when we wake up or through what we actually do in a lucid dream while we're there interacting. And when we're there interacting, now speaking more to the idea of being alone with yourself, you may just find that you meet a lot of people that you don't really like in your lucid dreams. And certainly you're going to have many experiences, a lot of which you will like and some of which you really might not like at all. Lucid dreams are kind of a buffet of what's on offer for the whole of possible human experience. But a lot of these experiences that you have, and especially the very negative ones, but also the very strange, surreal, and high point, profound experiences are going to be very revealing about the self. But when you're actually there on the ground in a lucid dream, interacting with dream characters, I really don't think that dream characters are conscious creatures or even really representative of aspects of the self. Definitely, at times, they are going to reflect qualities that you don't really like, and sometimes, if you're paying attention, you might find that some of these qualities are your own. Sometimes this can be quite disturbing, but if you interact with your lucid dreams and dream characters in a way that helps you find the various pressure points at which you can apply pressure or release tension, as the case may be, you can induce some very interesting experiences that are also useful because they're revealing of the self. It's really useful in the same way that it's useful to be a mindful and self-aware person in everyday life. If you just consider lucid dreams on the one dimension as more time spent conscious, you can also think of it as having more experiences than you otherwise would have. And I think it's not going too far to say that just because you're having these experiences in your mind alone doesn't mean that you can't make an observation that can be used to improve your life or learn something true about yourself. Being alone with yourself can often feel like you aren't even alone at all. In a lucid dream, we can have direct experience with the best and the worst aspects of our humanity, and if you're a lucid dreamer, you probably will at some point. What I think lucid dreaming reveals in the long term is what experiences we're capable of having, and through a wide array of experiences in lucid dreams, we can also get a better perspective of who we are.